Hello and welcome to the last episode of the Aston Villa Master League save. It hasn't been as successful as I would have wanted, but it's been a very fun, very good save to do. Hopefully all the lag of the talking and the out of syncness of last video has been sorted, but we have got Burnley in the final game of the season. Now if I sound like I'm talking a bit quieter, it's because my wife is ill and asleep next door, so I'm hopefully not going to wake her up, and I've got my headphones on, so if she does wake up I won't be able to hear her anyway. If we look at the competitions then, so we got to the quarter-finals of the Champions League, and I thought it was very good, a very good performance. The final will be an all-Spanish affair of Barcelona versus Real Madrid. Barcelona beating Tottenham and Real Madrid absolutely smashing Ajax, which is unlike real life. In the Premier League, we find ourselves sitting in second. So if we get a win today, then we secure second place in the league, which I think is an amazing achievement for a club like Aston Villa under my manager, which I'm very happy about. So we're going to get into the game and play against Burnley, and the whole game will be shown, and we'll be commentating all the way through it. We're going to stick with the 4-4-2. It would only be right to play Jack Grealish in the last game of the save. We're actually going to replace Gundogan and have a very attacking central midfield in there. I don't think any of these really deserve the start. I would suggest Timothy Weir deserves to start. So we'll put Dybala out on the left and Weir up front with Aguero. Probably Abraham as well, maybe. We'll probably bring Abraham and Weghorst on to get a farewell game in front of you lot. We'll play in our home kit. It's going to be at Villa Park, which is lovely. We will put it onto random, like normal. I'm going to put the grass length back to short because who knows, that may have had an impact when we played Barcelona. But let's get into the game. It's Aston Villa v Burnley. It's the final episode of the Provo save, or the Master League save I should say. I'm still planning to do another Provo save on the channel, maybe. I'm 100% not 100% certain on it yet, but if you've enjoyed this series, please do leave a like. Please do let me know down below, because if it gets a lot of likes in it, I'll realise that you guys want to see a bit more Provo stuff on the channel. So, the teams for the last game in the Master League. Sommer in goal, Gastonvi, Tuanzebe, Retsos and Tierney at the back. Grealish and Havertz in the middle. Coutinho, Aguero, Weir and Dybala are the front four, with a very strong bench for Aston Villa. Burnley line up with Nick Pope in goal, Lang and Lang at the back with Lascelles and Mbaye, Benassi, Jurovic and Ukar, Valdez, Gadalj and Basagog up front. So the game gets underway. Timothy Weir kicks off for Aston Villa. Attacking, we're expecting the fullbacks to get up and support the wingers and support the front four of Coutinho, Dybala and co. As Gastonvide immediately looks to get in behind, lays that back to Coutinho, swings in an early cross, but it's blocked, and Gadalj gets there. Grealish comes sliding into a tackle. Referee thought it was fair and true, and he got the ball. And here comes Benassi straight away coming forward. He's got Retsos and Tuanzebe for cover. Retsos with a great foot in, and Tuanzebe picks that one up. No problems at all. He goes long looking for Aguero. Flicks that round the corner to Coutinho. Back to Aguero. Into Weir, but Lang gets there first, and Basagog is offside. So Tuanzebe takes the free kick short to Retsos, into Grealish. Around to Havertz, inviting Tierney forward. Kieran Tierney, I'll probably suggest, has been one of the signings of the whole save. Havertz laid it out to Gastonvide, who's just waiting for the run from Coutinho, but it came a little bit late. Grealish out to Havertz, fancies a go from range. It took a deflection to take the pace off it, and Pope dives on it. You can expect to see an attacking outlook on today's game. Shots flying in from all over, I imagine, for Aston Villa. Let's have a bit of fun to end this save off as Gadalj flicks it out to Mbaye. Who knows, the Master League series may come back. If I get time to carry on recording it and you guys want to see it, then the Aston Villa Master League might come back at some point. I'm not going to delete the save file, so who knows. Valdez swings this one in, and Lang is totally free at the back. Sommer makes a cracking save. Retsos tries to get there, and Sommer pounces on the loose ball, and Aston Villa being showed there by Burnley that they're not just here to see out the Master League like Aston Villa are. They're actually going to give us a game. Coutinho tried to flick that infield to Aguero. Gastonvide picks it up and looks to keep the free-flowing attack alive. Grealish into Havertz. Havertz one more onto Dybala. Back to Grealish. Grealish comes up against Gadalj. Looks to spurn away from him, but it's a good tackle from the central midfielder. Basog is then tackled by Retsos, and Havertz picks up that loose ball. Aguero into Weir. Was defended really well by Lang. Gedelge round the corner to Basog. Retsos comes flying in with a good tackle. Gastonville up to Coutinho. Coutinho just holding on to the ball, waiting for options. And it goes to Grealish. Grealish to Havertz. Havertz into Dybala. Tierney with a lot of space on the overlap. Here is Kieran Tierney. Gets to the byline, swings it across. That's easy for Jamal Lascelles. He's going to gobble up those passes and those crosses all day. Jack Grealish has it. Fancies a go from range. Has a good effort. Pope had it covered, but Jack Grealish, a good strike there. And it came out to him. He said to Gastonville, I've got this, don't you worry. Picked it up, had a shot from range, just past the post. So Nick Pope waves his troops forward, and it goes long. Retsos wins that header. Aguero flicks that on, looking for Dybala, who can't just get there. And now Benassi has it in the midfield for Burnley. Here comes Gedelge. He is tackled well by Grealish, but the ball falls to a Burnley player, and it's still being moved around very well. Gastonville covers the run of Mbai, but Mbai uses a good bit of skill to get round him. Mbai pressured by Retsos. To Nzabi, out to Benassi. Unkar, good touchdown to get it out of his feet. Unkar didn't have enough space to get the shot off. That does have a shot, and that's going to be a corner to Burnley. So Benassi over the ball. Grealish just drops back a few yards as there's no short options coming towards him. Gastonville gets under it. He's beaten in the air, but Sommer keeps that just about from going over the line. And Gastonville comes forward again. Lays it up the line to Coutinho. Struggling to get the front four into the game. Burnley defending quite deep and getting numbers back. Stopping Aston Villa playing their through balls through the middle. Basagog challenged well by Tuanzebe. It comes out to the left hand side to Gedelge, who's been quite influential in the game. Benassi holds it up, and that should... Oh, Basagog keep it on. I was going to say it should go for a corner, but it was kept in play. Benassi then heads it in, and Aston Villa do well to intercept. Coutinho goes up towards Aguero, but he's muscled out of it. And Tuanzebe comes forward. Gedelge lays it in, looking for Basagog. Shot on, easy for Sommer to hold that one. There is a quick counter-attack on here. Grealish will look to flick this into Coutinho. Coutinho tried to feed that into Aguero, just didn't get through, and Aston Villa are rushing this to try and create an effort. Sommer out very quickly indeed. He throws it out to Retsos, who just is encouraged to bring the ball out from the back. Lays it into Grealish's feet. Jack Grealish back to Nzabi. Into Coutinho, round the corner to Gastonville. That's left a little bit of space for Coutinho to try and get into, but Mbai got back very well. And it's just not going Aston Villa's way at the moment. Havertz wins the header. Aguero knocks it down to Weir. Weir looks to lay in Aguero. Aguero just took too long to get to the ball. Timothy Weir keeps it alive. Feeds into Dybala. What a save from Nick Pope. An absolutely wonderful save. Aguero then steals in, but can't get there, and Gastonville gives away a foul. Sells pumps the free kick long. Retsos is underneath that with a good header. Grealish lays it into Aguero. Aguero sees the run of Coutinho, but Lascelles covers it well. It's half cleared because he smacked it against his own man, Uker. Put under pressure by Dybala and then lays it back to Nick Pope. Very sensible from Burnley. And then they clear it long, and it's headed very well down. Retsos tries to get back, and they've let a bit of space for Uker here into Basagog. Basagog turns shot, and Jan Sommer again just had enough time to pat it down, make sure he's got it under control, and claims it at the second attempt. Havertz into Grealish. Out wide to Gastonville, up to Coutinho, who manages to keep it just about. Lays that in to Jack Grealish. Good turn on the ball from Grealish into Havertz. Havertz up to Weir. Weir into Havertz again. Lays it out to Tierney. Tierney looks to play in Weir. Weir's got in behind, squares it across, and that's easy for Nick Pope. Not enough power on the cross to trouble Nick Pope there. And he keeps it in his grasp. He goes long. It looked like he brought that out of the area then, but we'll let it go. Retsos with a good header to Nzabi. Down to Gastonville. Or just about makes the pass into Grealish. Jack Grealish comes forward with it. Lays it into Dybala. Round the corner to Weir. Back to Dybala. And Tierney goes again on the overlap. Is he going to have the legs to get there? No, he's not. And it's a throw into Burnley. 36 minutes gone. It's still 0-0. So Lang takes the throw, looking for Jurovic. He goes over the top looking for Valdez, and that's pulled Retsos out of position. Tuanzebe should have this covered, although, yes, he's fouled. And that'll be a free kick to Aston Villa, deep in their own half. And Tuanzebe will have it and take this one short to Kieran Tierney. And Burnley are not pressing Aston Villa just until they get over the halfway line, and then they do start the press. So it's up to Aston Villa to try and break through the 2 banks of 4 that Burnley have got in front of them. Gastonville into Grealish, onto Havertz, trying to just move it along from flank to flank. Dybala, Tierney goes back to Retzos, into Havertz, to Grealish again. Good possession football this from Aston Villa, waiting patiently for the opening. Gastonville to Coutinho. Coutinho takes too long, but it falls to Grealish. Havertz, and that little ball has left a bit of space for Tierney, into Weir, back to Tierney. Kieran Tierney in on goal, surely that's a foul. Aguero can't get his shot off. Oh, the ref played the advantage as it fell to Aguero, and Tuanzebe has had an absolute nightmare. Basagog is through on goal. Retzos tries to get back at him, but Basagog's going through. Jan Sommer makes a save. It's still 0-0. Goals could have been happening at either end. Tuanzebe not too sure what he was trying to do there, but he nearly made a right hash of it. Corner to be taken by Bernassi. In it goes. Retzos with a great header to get there first. Aguero flicks it round the corner to Coutinho. Coutinho sees the run of Weir. Has he got enough weight on that pass? No, he hasn't. And it's easily cut out by Lang. But then Aguero pounces on the defensive frailties. Weir tried to just feed that in. Coutinho out to Gastonville on the right-hand side. Dybala's calling for it. The ball goes in. Dybala against Lang, and Lang wins it very well. But Grealish picks it up. He fancies a shot on his left foot. Nick Pope makes an easy catch as it went straight down his throat. And at half-time, it's 0-0. Not the game we were really expecting. Not the game I think anybody had in mind between these two. I thought it would be quite a one-sided affair, but not yet. Some changes at half-time. We will get Tammy Abraham on for Coutinho, who's been pretty poor. And we'll put Abraham and Weir back up front. Back to the glory days of the start of the Master League. Those two up front together were absolutely ridiculous at scoring goals. And they're back up front together. Aguero goes out to a bit of an unfamiliar position on the right wing for him. But Abraham gives a bit more height to Aston Villa and the attacking options, as Grealish is just bullied off the ball by Benassi. It goes through to Mbaye. Mbaye looks to bring this down, lacking a few options in the middle. Forces a good save from Jan Sommer, but Tierney has got plenty of time to pick this up. Dybala fires a crossfield ball all the way to Aguero. Aguero into Abraham. Abraham onto Weir. Weir back to Abraham. Sees the on-rushing Aguero, but just couldn't put the ball through. And it's cleared away. And again, more frustration for Aston Villa. Abraham to Weir. Weir into Dybala. Dybala looks to keep it alive. Havertz picks up the loose ball. Havertz looks to feed in Dybala. Dybala looks to put it across, and it's headed away. And Gastonville will just see this one out for a throw-in. Gastonville has it into Havertz. Havertz into Dybala across the ground. Grealish looks to go back towards Retzos, just keeping the ball, recycling it. Trying to make Burnley come out of those banks, looking for holes that they can probe through. Gastonville has a bit of space. What can he do here? Tries to flick it in. It's going to fall to Dybala. Looked like he may have just been caught, but the referee says to play on. Retzos flies into the tackle. That'll be a yellow card. So Retzos picks up the yellow card for the foul on Basagog, and they go long. Tuanzebe wins it quite easily in the air. Timothy Weir looks to Dybala, but again a heavy touch allowed Burnley to get back at him, and that's left space in behind. Asano could be in. Someone looks to come out to reach him, but he forced him to take the shot early, and Sommer had his positioning absolutely spot on. Aguero into Abraham. Weir into Dybala. Dybala just couldn't get the final touch on the ball. Lays it out to Tierney, but Tierney had already started to go back to a defensive position. But Tierney's robbed Lang there. Surely he was caught. Referee plays advantage. Tierney just trying to create a bit of time and space on the ball. Havertz lays it in to Grealish. Grealish fancies a curler. Oh! Just over the bar from the local boy, Jack Grealish. So unlucky. Tierney here held it up well. Laid it back to Havertz. Put it into Grealish's path. One touch out of his feet, and then the curling effort just over Nick Pope's bar. Goes long with the goal kick. Retzos is beaten in the air. Jack Grealish will look to try and get on it, but can't get there. Weir. Up it goes to Asano. Asano into Basagog. Plays for the 1-2. Tierney uses his strength really well. Tuanzebe picks up the pass. Gastonville. Up it goes. Grealish into Abraham. Abraham looks to turn and get this away. Aguero knows he's got Gastonville on the overlap and uses him. Gastonville tries to feed that in across the floor to Weir. Grealish will pick up the clearance, and it's just relentless from Aston Villa. Are Burnley going to be able to hold on? Tierney looks to stand this in towards the near post. Havertz keeps it alive again. Grealish into Aguero. Just trying to tease some defenders in. Sergio Aguero trying to create that space. Out it goes to Aston Villa. Back to Grealish. Into Havertz. Out it goes to Abraham. Grealish fancies a shot from range. Oh, he's forced a good save from Nick Pope. It goes behind for a corner. So it's laid in here. It came back to Grealish. Fancy just a hit. Grealish on form today. Getting his shots off. Well, it's giving it to Abraham, which I don't really want to do. Let's put it to Dybala, sorry. And Dybala will just look to swing this one into the box. And Abraham's made a good run. And the keeper didn't come, and Abraham's missed his header. By his standards, that's an easy chance. And Tammy Abraham with a free header from 6 yards out puts it past the post. Retsos wins the header from the goal kick. Grealish comes forward. Manages to just put it around the corner. Abraham feeds in Sergio Aguero. You can see Timothy Weir in the middle. There is Weir, and that's hit the post. Can you believe it? Aston Villa all out of luck for another game this season. Oh, it just seems like they're not destined to score in today's game. Tierney puts it in looking for Abraham, but he was offside. So another substitution for Aston Villa. Gareth Bale replaces Paulo Dybala. And Pope once again goes long. Tierney under this one wins the header. Timothy Weir looks to knock it down, but can't put the ball through. Havertz keeps it alive. Into Weir. That's surely a foul, and it is. Is this too far out for Gareth Bale, who's just come on the pitch? Could well be, but he'll probably have a go. Gareth Bale lines it up. Gets it over the wall. Nick Pope makes a save. And holds on to it well. No rebounds from this goalkeeper today. Nick Pope has actually been playing very, very well in the Burnley goal. Retsos is underneath this one. Heads it back to his central defensive partner, Tuanzebe. Aston Villa goes up the line looking for Aguero. Lays it back to Grealish. Goes back to Aguero. Up to Abraham. Into Aguero again. Up to Aston Villa. Aguero was taken late from behind. Aston Villa looks to try and think away from him by. Puts the ball in. Weir is trying to get under there. Asano attracts him well. And Havertz is there. Lays it square. Grealish winds up another shot. Has a go. Nick Pope makes a save yet again. And holds on to the ball yet again as Burnley now come forward. Really haven't seen Burnley as an attacking force. Aguero picks it up. Feeds in Abraham. Just out of his sliding reach. And it was a good idea from Sergio, which didn't put enough on it. That's a terrible throw out there, and Timothy Weir will look to pounce. Lays this in to Bale. Bale back into Timothy Weir. Timothy Weir, can he get the goal? Referee, that's got to be a foul. He didn't get the ball. He's just kicked Timothy Weir's ankle. Oh, now Burnley looking to go down the other end. Trying to punish Aston Villa for missing those chances. Retsos has lost it on the edge of his own box. Basagog gets the chip. It's going to go wide. Oh. Havertz has the ball in central midfield. Looks to feed it in to Abraham. Abraham to Aguero. Aston Villa given that option again on the overlap. Looking for men in the middle. Who's he going to go to? Looks for Abraham. Didn't even jump for that one, Tammy Abraham. Maybe his heart's not in it for Aston Villa anymore. Grealish flicks it on to Havertz. And it goes to Bale. Round the corner to Abraham. Abraham looking to jink away. Gets a shot off. Oh, and Pope touched away. Abraham's heart is in it. And he's unlucky with that effort there. Grealish into Havertz. Lovely football in tight little spaces. Abraham turns, a little touch, and then left-footed. It was going in the bottom corner, and that's a great save from Nick Pope. Jack Grealish this time on the corner. Can he swing a good delivery in? It looks good. It's into the 6-yard box. It falls to Gareth Bale. It's coming on to Abraham. Oh, he just couldn't sort his feet out. Retsos wins the header. Aston Villa, what have they got to do more to score a goal in this game? Basagog picks it up into Goodell. Back to him again. Benassi out to Mbai. Looks to go through the middle to Basagog, who's got pace ahead of Retsos. There is a man square as well. He's gone greedy. And Sommer makes a good save. Final substitution for Aston Villa. Weghorst replaces Aguero, and Timothy Weir moves out onto the right wing. Sommer makes a good punch on that ball. It falls to Lang, and that is a good interception now. Weghorst comes forward. He's got a lot of space to run into. The fresh legs of Weghorst sees the run of Tammy Abraham. Oh, it's great defending from Burnley. I think it was Lang at the back who just got that touch to stop the ball going through to Tammy Abraham. And Tammy Abraham looks to read that pass across goal, but again, just couldn't get there. That's a good block from Havertz. Gareth Bale into Abraham. He's got Weir going outside him, but he's put it through to Weghorst. Weghorst has scored! An unlikely goal scorer in this point of the save. But Weghorst gets his goal. Only makes it 1-0 Aston Villa. Oh, through here, lovely ball through from Abraham. Weghorst with a finish. And it's a good finish, it's a good goal. Nick Pope finally beaten in this game. Abraham with a lovely left-footed weighted pass through. Weghorst picks it up. And the big man has been waiting for an opportunity for a long time on the Aston Villa bench. And he sticks that one in and scores a lovely goal. Burnley get the game back underway. Looking to chuck men into the box now, I'm sure, to try and get something out of this. 5 minutes to go. And the Aston Villa sub has made a difference. Tierney should have the pace just to get there. Although Asano shows really good strength and pace. Tries to cut that back across. But Retsos with a really good challenge. Asano. There again. Retsos wins that ball. And Bale is there to bring it away. Tries to go up the line. His clearance is blocked though. And it falls to Benassi. Tuanzebe closes that down really well. And now it's Abraham. He's got Weir outside him. He's forced him a little bit wide. Timothy Weir. Can he get a good cross in? He does. Oh, but Jamal Lascelles blocks it at the near post. And Benassi, that's really poor. Jack Grealish. Grealish comes forward with it. Into Bale. Looks to put it through into the box. And Burnley are just... they haven't created enough going forward. That'll annoy Sean Dyche. And Aston Villa, I'm pretty sure, have been clear and deserved winners on today's. They've just had to look for that effort to beat Nick Pope as that goes in towards Weghorst. Bale was caught. And they'll get an opportunity here, Aston Villa, to try and do something with this. Tierney offers a short option. Abraham uses it. Tierney flicks it in to Grealish. Weir couldn't just turn that round the corner. Surely that will be the game. Tuanzebe into Grealish. Around to Abraham. It goes long. Back looking for Basagog. And it's fallen to him somehow. Retsos knows he's just got a cover right at the back. And it's Basagog. Into Benassi. Looks to dink it over to Lang. Retsos with a great covering interception. And that will probably be the game. And it is. And they see the season out with a 1-0 win, finishing second place in the Premier League. A very good performance from Aston Villa. It's been a good season. It's been a good campaign. It's been a great series. I really hope you've enjoyed it. And it's been absolutely just loads of fun to record. I wanted to do a Pro save for a very long time. And it's given me the opportunity to do it, and I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I would love you to let me know in the comments if you want to see more Provo, if you don't want to see any more, you want us to see Football Manager, and leave a like if you've enjoyed it. A 1-0 win, very well deserved for Aston Villa. Jan Sommer getting man of the match, keeping Villa with a clean sheet. And there we go. Arsenal did get the win, so it was a necessary win. 10 points behind Man City is what it finished in the league system, and that is the end of the series, the end of the season. Oh, we get Dybala, Grealish, Tierney in the team of the year. And it's the end of the Aston Villa Master League save. So thank you so much for watching this series, for tuning in, giving me the encouragement to come and do it, just as I think it's Retsos now gets some sort of fighter Retsos. Thank you so much for everything, all the support the channel gets, everything like that. It's been absolutely superb. I wonder if the manager's going to sack us. Oh, we have got the chance to take over Liverpool. So, yeah, you never know. That could be a save, I guess. Where did they finish? They finished 4th, so you obviously haven't got a bad team. But there we go then. Thank you so much for watching, guys. It's been a pleasure. I'm out. Cheers.